Good morning, Caroline Clark, Heal Your Pain. So today is going to be a lovely day in Devon. It looks fabulous. The weather is great. If I don't fall down a hole, I'll be doing all right. What I was going to talk about today is concussion. Now, we all know that Richard suffered concussion. I've suffered concussion. Being a horse rider, who hasn't suffered concussion? We've had our heads smacked, squished, banged, whatever. Well, one of my clients yesterday was absolutely amazing. He knows an awful lot because his son had got concussion and he'd researched it big time. At the bottom of this, I'm going to put a link, which is all to a YouTube channel and this doctor who talks about it. Now, they're saying that the medical profession don't know enough about concussion. You know, they say, right, you've got to rest if you feel, it's the first 24 hours that are really bad, first 48 hours actually. But if you've got a bad concussion, the first 24 hours is quite bad, and you have to rest is one of the most important things. Now, I don't know a lot. I am not a neurosurgeon. I am not a medical person. This is just what I've learnt. And the interesting thing was that from Richard learning about concussion, it has done him so much good. I can't tell you, just so much good. Now, with concussion, you can feel nausea, you can feel very tired, you have bad headaches. Richard loves to put his hands around his head at the moment because he feels his head is going to just jump off his shoulders, which it can do. You're going to get a whiplash probably from the neck as well, which is going to affect the eyes, it's going to affect the ears, as well as affecting the neck. Now, that can also give you concussion symptoms. So there's a lot going on here. The first thing is that your brain is like a blancmange, and so if it smacks into part of the head, it's going to not be very happy. The big thing is, if it's a bad concussion, they are going to do a CT scan, which they had done with Richard, and that was great because he had no fracture in the skull, no bleeds on the brain, nothing. So that was number one, good. So we knew then it's just going to take a bit of time. The cells in the brain actually stretch, and when they stretch, they can actually release potassium. Now, when the potassium is released, it fills back up again, but it fills up with calcium, and these are scars. The calcium doesn't disappear. They are scars in the brain, and that's what is not so good. That can cause things going on in the future, as people get older. But it's also to do with the gut. So the gut has got to heal, and the gut goes into a bit of it's to do with the parasympathetic and the sympathetic nervous system again. And the gut has got to settle down. You've got to eat good food, things like broccoli, your good raw foods, as well as not eating loads of sugar and crap, basically. Right, next part. So, I showed Richard the video yesterday about concussion. First 30 days is when concussion is probably going to take its time and let everything settle down in the brain. Now, if it goes over 30 days, it's a bit like chronic pain. When pain has been there for a month, it's well and truly ensconced. And so, with the concussion, you don't want to be having too much time on computers, or if you're at work doing lots of real brain things, it's not good. Your brain will start being tired. Having that much calcium instead of having the potassium, your cells haven't got the energy in them that they had before, and that's when you feel tired. So not too much screen time. But from Richard watching, he said to me this morning, do you know what? I feel so much better today. I feel so reassured today. And it's been quite an important go forward that he actually feels confident. So again, pain in the body is exactly the same. Feeling confident in your body that you can take steps forward and that it isn't going to be so frightening is so important. Right, that is it. I've had enough of myself, so I'm sure you have. Speak soon. Don't forget to share me. Caroline Clark, Heal Your Pain. Bye.